What up, y'all? Uh, it's crazy. It's like a little bit later than 3 p.m. and I'm just getting the work day started. But I've been struggling getting up early, finding like value in what I need to get done for the day. So it's been hard to find that motivation to get up early. Today I woke up at like 9 and then got out the bed, then got back in the bed, and then woke up at like 12 o'clock. Went to the gym and did leg day. So that was a good start to the day. And then also while I was at the gym, we had a meeting every week on Mondays. We have a meeting about FNK Studios with the other team members. And we all just talk about like what our responsibilities are for that week and what we need to get done. Something big that I have coming up is I'll be going to Tokyo for 2 weeks with Forrest, CJ, Tay, and a few other people. And I have like two ultimate goals when I go out there. One is to just like build with my homies, create content with my homies, and just have like a good time with them, get closer to them, bond, and kind of just like take a moment to also get out of my head, but also like reestablish a new form of content creation. I feel like we're all taking a step back from Instagram, but I know I am for sure. And I just want to, I feel more comfortable on YouTube. I feel like I get to tell more of my story. I feel like it's just more personal. So that's kind of like one of the goals is just to like make a bunch of YouTube videos while I'm out there, vlog each day, hang out with CJ and Forrest, and just build that bond. But then also, me and my business partner, we have built a relationship with this guy in Tokyo who I'm familiar with because he helped a brand that I know out here get in stores in Tokyo. And one of the goals for me uh, is to like get closer to having the brand in Tokyo, if not leave with like an agreement that will be like getting carried in one of the stores out there that he represents. Um, I don't really have intentions to go like in stores domestically, but I do want to attack the international market. Um, so really, right now I'm on my way to this coffee shop where I like to get some things done. I brought my notebook with me and my laptop, but brought my notebook with me because I'm trying to just stay on top of what inspires me and what I need to do. I'm also going to start journaling a lot more and talking about just where I am mentally. So brought that with me. Also the laptop, and something that is important for me to get done today while I'm sitting in the coffee shop is I just want to kind of, one of the things that's up in the air is basically when we're going to shoot the campaign for this next drop, because my business partner and the person who helps me most with FNK Studios is also coming with me to Tokyo, obviously, because we're going to set up some meetings. So we're also starting to work with this ad agency, and we have our first meeting tomorrow. But something he touched on when we last talked was just like not dropping near the end of the year. I don't know if he means like November or just December, but like I've actually heard that before. Like a lot of creators are under the misconception that because the holidays, it's like a good time to drop. But what I've been told is actually that it's not. So really, it's like I'm trying to wait till this meeting to hear from him to see like when he thinks we should drop or like what schedule we should go off of. Because if he doesn't think we should drop again this year, then there's really no stress about like getting the campaign shot before we leave for Tokyo. But if he does say that it wouldn't be a bad thing to drop again before we leave, then I definitely want to like get that in, you know what I mean? So just figuring that out. So I'm gonna do my part today and follow up with these manufacturers there's a few items in this collection that I haven't made before. So, like I've never made a necklace before. I've never made a book bag. I was trying to put gloves in this collection. So I'm just like working with manufacturers that never worked before. So, yeah, just got to do a couple follow-ups, see when they think that everything should already be in motion and being developed. So just need to follow up with them, see when they expect for us to get things, and see if it would even make sense for us to be able to get the campaign done before we go to Tokyo, see if I need to push the like campaign back or see if I need to push my flight back. Because if it gets there, let's say I'm leaving the 22nd, if the stuff was like predicted to get there on the 20th or the 21st, then I'll just push back to like the 25th, 26th so that we can get the shoot done and then go to Tokyo and like just be focused more on something else, you know what I mean? So I need to do those follow-ups, and then also I want to take some time to just like look through Peerspace and try to find a spot for us to shoot that campaign. Usually we do UGC and we do a campaign video and ecom, so like that's usually at least 2 locations. So just trying to get ahead of that, also jot down some of the models I think that would be good for this. So yeah, just got to the coffee shop. About to go in there. It's called Civil, but basically I'm fucking in the middle of DTLA where I live. I don't know if you watch my vlog video, but I really be outside here walking back and forth and being a part of my community. So let's go get some coffee and jot some shit down. Just put my order in. I usually always smoke a cigarette before I sit down at the coffee shop. I know I probably have plenty of followers who are like, bro, don't smoke cigarettes, it's bad for you. Yeah, hopefully one day I will quit. That's the plan, but for right now, they make me feel good. And there's like, never mind, I won't go into that. But either way, yeah, they make me feel good, and it's hard for me to smoke weed throughout the day because that shit like makes me tired, my brain already have like a bunch of brain chatter and it makes it worse. So let's go life lesson talk with August right now. It's just something I'm dealing with. So after Paris, or in Paris, we brought my friend with me who's a videographer, and his responsibility there was to like capture the pop-up, the runway show and all of that, while also he was staying with us in the same Airbnb, so his responsibility was to capture just like the vibe. And we were gonna make a documentary that was gonna come out. We were gonna screen it at LA Fashion Week, so that gave us about 4 months after Paris Fashion Week to have that film ready. And this life lesson is basically about just being grateful and using your leverage. So long story less long, this videographer, we gave him so many chances to like focus on just photography, or like we just gave him so many chances because we felt like he wasn't going to be able to handle this, and he reassured us time after time that like he'd be able to handle it for us. And in September, near the end of September, where we had it scheduled that we wanted to start like reviewing what he had edited and like working on and getting the final edits done, he messaged us and he kind of just like gave us a little like, you know, basically that he has a lot on his plate and that he just moved out of his parents' house and he doesn't want to rely on his parents or have to ask them for help and whatnot. And I've known him for a long time, so I know like the position his parents are in. And I know that one of the things that is like hard for young people is like you want to feel like you got everything on your own. You want to feel like you're more of a man by like getting things on your own or not asking for help. But it's unique to have parents that can help. It's a blessing to have parents that can help. I had parents that can help, and it's a part of the reason I am where I am today, because I was able to like swallow my pride and ask for help. That's what they're there for, you know what I mean? So it really, really, one, affected the timeline negatively, and I don't think we're gonna get to screen it at LA Fashion Week. But also, like, I sent him a long text message today and just told him, like, look, bro, like, don't be ashamed of having parents that can help you. Like, it's too late for you to really, like, help me out, but, like, you don't want to lose friends or seem like you're not a man of your word because you're scared to ask your parents for help. Like, if the solution to this problem was like locking in and like doing what you said you would do for us, and that might cause you to make a little less money for the month, but you have parents that you can text and be like, yo, they know me too. So you could be like, yo, I was focused on August documentary all month. That really affected my income. So can you guys look out on a little $1,000 or something? Like, trust me, that doesn't make you less of a man. That makes you more of a man, that you're able to like call on that. Because I feel like I said, like, we're under the misconception that using your parents or asking your parents for help is like makes you less of a man, and it really doesn't make you less of a man, you know what I mean? And especially in a position like this where like I think shit, asking your parents for help versus promising you could deliver something time and time again and then backing out of that delivery, that makes you less of a man, you know what I mean? So like I just told him like, yo, you know, it was just a selfish decision you made and you only thought of yourself, and like I wish that, you know what I mean, you were more proud of the fact that you did have parents that could help you and that you leaned into that and that you asked them for help instead of backing out of what your obligation was to me so that you could like possibly have the time to make a couple more dollars that month. So yeah, that's a life lesson right now. It's like, if you think, if you're ashamed that like you have parents that can help, or you're ashamed that you have to ask your parents for help, just like also realize that some people don't have that, and that if you do have that, you should be taking full advantage of it. I'm not saying take advantage of your parents and like overuse them, but also like understand that this journey is tough. It's tough to do alone, and not everybody is blessed to have parents to fall back on. So like allow that to enable you to work more confidently. You know what I mean? Like, let's say that he edits this documentary, we show it at LA Fashion Week and get a fucking award or something, or like some people want to invest in us, and now I'm paying him for his work, and now he never in his life again ever has to ask for help besides that 1 month he needed help because he edited this documentary. You just never know. And like, I think those are the opportunities that you're blessed to like take when you do have somebody and parents that have your back. So like, don't shame that. Don't feel guilty about that. Don't feel ashamed of that. Feel confident in that. Feel proud of that. You know what I mean? Just left out the coffee shop. Fucking low key about to just like do a quick little walk through the fashion district. I used to do this like way more often when I was manufacturing more locally, but I still like source and create my samples locally. So although I do it a lot less, I still like to come out here and just like do laps around the fashion district, see if anything inspires me. It's also a cheat code to my cardios. If you didn't know, I like to get a workout in every day. I did leg day today, so keeping the legs moving so they don't get all tight on me. Also, while I was at the coffee shop, I signed up for hot yoga at 6 p.m. So right now it's like 4 p.m. Coffee shop I go to closes at 4, so didn't want to be in there like the last person to leave. So it's like almost 4 p.m. right now, like 2 hours until the yoga class. Be back in the house by like 5. Hopefully take like, it's like a quick 30-minute nap before yoga. But yeah, if I see anything out here, I'm obviously gonna record it, show you guys if I can. But who knows? This might be the end of the video. I don't know if you guys will see the rest of the day, or maybe I'll do a recap when I get back. There's so much stuff out here. I also always feel awkward like going into a store looking at fabrics and then like recording, pulling my camera out. Just don't know what the fuck they think about that. I care about what people think. Something I'm working on. Need to stop. Check this out. I actually remember how I told you I always find inspiration out here. This like little fur stand right here, or these little big rolls of fur, is like what inspired me to want to make a fur book bag. I didn't end up working with that fur or anything, but that is what inspired me to think of making something fur. I'm not even sure if the first thing was like a book bag, but I just seen those furs. I think I was working on like Paris Fashion Week, and I was like, wonder if it would be hard to throw something like fur in there. Like also across the street, there's like another vendor that's just like all fur. But yeah, sometimes just like looking at fabrics helps inspire me. Look, I want to make a plaid jacket soon, and shit, this will be a hard plaid to use for that. I dropped it. I made it fall. But yeah, you know what would definitely help out here? If I could find, and I know there's an area too, I'm just not sure where it would be, but if I could find football gloves in the next collection after this one coming up, I'm gonna put some gloves in it. Never made gloves before. Still in between like football gloves and motocross gloves. Don't know which ones I can make cooler, but that's why it'd be dope to like find some out here. So I find some out here, I could like either print on them or like, see, look at all this fucking fur. Fur, hella different colors. Like you could literally just walk around here all day and just like start a clothing brand just like based off of what you see. I've actually bought stuff from these people before. I think it was the white suits that we made for Fashion Week. I think I found that material on this corner. But yeah, if I could find football gloves, then I could like either print it out on paper, see the positioning I want, or I could just bring them to one of my manufacturers and get them to like print me a sample, so then I could send that straight to my overseas manufacturer. And then I don't really have to create tech packs. Pretty much everything that I create for my manufacturers now is like a sample that I made out here, hand in hand with a tech pack I made on my computer, just explaining like the details I want and the zippers and the fabric. But then I also send them what you would call a sample or a sew-by. A sample is like supposed to be exactly what you think what you're thinking you want your project to be. And then the sew-by is more so just like, it might have a different overall color and design, but it's like, this is what you use to like sew it. Just walked by some lady coming out of this fabric store. She was recording herself too. She put the camera in my face. Lady, relax. But yeah, so if I make gloves right now, it would just be me. I have some blank gloves that like a picture of them on the computer. So I would just like design that on my computer and send that over to my manufacturer. But through experience, sometimes that like just leaves too many things unknown. They're just like, oh, what do you want here? Or what is that material in the picture, or this or that? So it always kind of just like feels better to be able to find and send them a sample, or at least a sew-by. So yeah, it would be tight to find some gloves. It's not like really dawning on me right now, but I'm almost sure I've seen them before. Like, there's... Just got back from hot yoga. That shit almost killed me. Nothing much going for the rest of the night except making dinner, showering, and just working on designs, sketches, and whatnot. These are some of, like, It's my mannequins. They're wearing like some of the next things I'm working on just because it kind of helps me to be able to see like something with it on, what edits I might need to make. I made these Vans too. Just customized them a little bit type shit. Probably not even gonna wear those until the Tokyo trip type shit. Hype shit. What else do I want to show you? Oh yeah. Little fur book bag sneak peek. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Till next time, brothers. It's time to make dinner.